Hello my wonderful Trails fans, welcome to our next episode of Trails in the Sky. Alrighty, so you may be wondering why I'm here in the department store still. Basically, I have discovered the next money making trick in this game for anybody who needs a bit of extra cash flow. You will be wanting to make the turning tempura. So you can pretty much buy like all of these ingredients for, I think it's something like about 40 gold each or something like that. I'll show you an example. So let's see. So we want to go and buy. So we can get a full supply of milled flour, 392 gold. A full supply of iron bone fish, 980 gold. That's about 1,400 gold so far. And then the next thing we need is going to be some salt. That's about 1,800 gold. Then we've got the red pepper. That brings us to about 2,700. I'm just giving some really rough estimates here. Oh, and the olive oil as well. So what was that? 2,700. So that takes us to 3,700. About, let's call that about 4,400. Just really rough estimates there. Then we go ahead and make a full inventory of those. And we can sell them all for just under 8,000. So we're only making about, 3,500 gold each time you make that. But there is that option if you just want to do that for a bit, if you need some extra money. Thankfully though, in this game you do get quite a nice injection of funds every time you complete the missions for the Brace Guild. So hopefully needing money is not going to be something that people really need in this game. Now then, it's just about evening, so I'm going to start getting busy. Going to do my best today. Colonel Richard's second in command, that lady captain, is apparently still on the run. Who was she? Canon? Apparently she was Julia's rival in the Royal Guard during officer school. You really just spend half the day worrying about food, huh? Meat or fish, that's the question. Is it already this late? Almighty Adios, I thank you for this day's peace. I just hope the world keeps on moving in the right direction. I haven't a clue what's happening in the modern world. Things were much simpler back when I was young. Ever since the revolution, the world's just changed so rapidly, it makes this old girl anxious if I'm to be honest. I suppose as long as we don't forget to be thankful to Her Majesty, we'll be alright. I never skip my early morning and evening walks. Those daily walks are the real secret to my health. And with that, another day is done. Oh, adios. Am I content to have this as my daily life? I wonder if this Colonel XSEED guy is as strong as they say. He certainly doesn't look very strong, at least judging by the photo he doesn't. I need to get home and start preparing for dinner. My husband, on top of not being very talkative, isn't what you'd call very social either. It seems like he spent all day in the warehouse working too. We're making a living on this business, so I wish he'd try a bit harder. I thought I was hungry. It's evening, that's why. It's hard to tell how it is outside when you're in here. Maybe that's why time seems to fly past. I think of it as easy and don't mind it at all. What exactly does he do in the warehouse all day? I believe that Colonel Richard had some reasons of his own for what he did, but I really have no intention of forgiving Duke Doom. Don't you agree? Okay, time to head home before the sun sets. Oh, Estelle, how'd the questioning go? I've asked with the castle and the embassies. Now I just need to check in with Niall at the Labelle News. Well then, once that's done, come back and report. A gate should be back soon. Speaking of a gate, I haven't seen him yet. I wonder where he's off hiding. We plan on closing early today and heading out to Valeria Lake. Personally, I'm aiming for some sweet Casaugin. Oops. Beginners brought along on practice often get seasick. The best counterplan is to get plenty of sleep. It's also best not to eat too much before getting aboard the boat. People who have just started fishing often get bogged down with advanced preparations and don't get enough sleep. Oh no, it's almost evening. To not be fishing now is a waste. There are always lights on at the Labelle News in the West Block. Those guys are at it night and day. It's such a familiar sight that the folks here call the West Block the Nightless City. I've been working part-time since before the birthday celebration, so I have a fair amount of money saved up. Maybe I should start seriously thinking about living on my own. Today is about up, it seems. I'm starving. I gotta get home soon. I'm hungry. I better get home soon, or Mum's gonna smack me upside the head again. I went and talked to someone at the church about my troubles. Bishop Revel was kind enough to hear me out. He said that even when bad things happen, I should stay as positive as I can in how I look at things. Alright, time to put that into practice starting tomorrow. Tom, as you could probably guess, has been stubborn since he was a kid. We may be old friends, but this is something I can't back down from. Ah, I see. The septum joint's warped. If I swap out the socket, then I'm sure I can... See, so I think that's everybody here. Let's see if we have some new conversations at the gates and if we can go into the Royal Villa. We don't have any business outside the city. Let's get to questioning right away. Oh, I can't even leave. Well, I guess that's that question answered. Let's see, so we've gone in there. That should be everywhere here. Why does watching the sunset make me all misty-eyed? What to do for dinner tonight? And really, as long as you're having fun, what's the problem? I think it's very us. All we do is sit and chat whenever we visit. Oh, it's already evening. Getting lost in a good book really makes the time fly. Lately, the Labelle News folk have been running all around the country. Given these hectic times, it's probably because there's a lot of talk about nowadays. I sure hope they bring in good news at least as much as the other stuff. My husband wouldn't wake up, so I dragged him outside in his pyjamas and sent him to work just like that. He may not like it now, but he'll understand that it's for his own good someday. Sounds like he's a bit of a lazy one. The Roland Chapel was simple, but Father Divine left a strong impression on me. He was calm, solemn, and very knowledgeable about medicine. Exactly the kind of person a priest should aspire to be. Brianna's hungry, so I need to hurry. A bit ago, Colonel Sid came to visit. My granddaughter's quite fond of Colonel Sid. The Colonel quite likes children, and I'm sure the children can tell. I played lots and lots today, now I'm hungry. Is the food ready yet? I've been seeing a man with dishevelled green hair going into the cathedral a lot. Is he a priest or something? Can't say he looks particularly, holy. Oh, Has he managed to find his way over the Gransel? I guess we'll bump into him soon. Goddess, please forgive my little brother's words. It's already evening. Mass. More like torture. He has some strong feelings on the subject. We just finished evening mass a short while ago. I believe I saw a bracer here during that time, in fact. Did something happen? Evening mass has just ended. A short time ago, the head of the History Museum came here. He was showing the Archbishop something. I wonder what it was. Those parents and their child were quite striking. I remember them well. Estelle, you already finished with your questionnaire? Mine's still probably going to take a while, so if you're done, you can head back to the guild and wait. A short while ago, we had an inquiry from the History Museum about an artifact. It is true that the church has a duty to collect and investigate artifacts. It is also true that there are special organisations within the church dedicated to that purpose. Why, you ask? Because the church itself is a neutral body. The artifact delivered to the History Museum had lost its power, however, and isn't part of our collection mission. Well, that's good to know. Nothing dangerous about it, then? Yes, it's quite breathtaking. This stained glass is even prettier with the evening sun's light through it. Okay, I suppose we've just got to go check out the dock now then. Almost evening, huh? Just about to change the watch. Ah, I'd rather have meat. I wonder what we'll have for dinner tonight. I want some fish. Okay, I think we'd better be getting back to the lodge. Maybe it's because I've been so busy lately, but time just feels like it flies on by. Now work's over, maybe I'll invite everyone to go out drinking. I've been working real hard today, you know. Alright, this is it. This is gonna be the day I have me a nice cold beer on my way home. Yeah, right. I can barely handle alcohol. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say it. This hour of the day is just perfect. It's the best time for fishing. Ahaha, really? No, gotta be stricter than that. Holy crud, that's incredible, you're so smart. I'm getting real hungry. What should I eat today? Man, my wife's gotten a lot more strict lately. It's like she's a different person. I'd accidentally slept in a bit this morning and that got me kicked out in my pyjamas. I think I awoke a sleeping rhino cider. Ugh. Phew, worked my butt off today. I wonder if that woman finally got her kid. Eh? What do you want at this hour? Work's almost over, I'm ready to head on home. I want to listen to some nighttime music that they play on the soundtrack. Alright, gonna get a bit more done and then call it a day. That stuff is real relaxing. Ooh, don't you think that little family over there makes for a pretty picture? I don't know why, but it brings tears to my eyes. Oh, finally. You gave me a real scare. I'm never letting you go again. Wow, Mama. She found her. That's good. Well. That was awkward. Glad I managed to get out, though. Phew, worked up a good sweat today. Okay, now they're just starting to repeat each other. A boat gliding across the evening sea, and me standing stoically upon its prow. How about it? Doesn't that paint a melancholy picture? A romantic one, even? Oh, this is quite the sunset. My, what a lovely bit of scenery. Twilight always works this mysterious magic on me. It feels bittersweet, or lonely perhaps. There's something about sending off a boat into the evening sun. You've heard about the election going on in Ruan, right? I wonder who everyone in Ruan's going to choose for the next mayor. I've got a soft spot for the harbour myself, so I like the idea of a man like Porto sticking on the job. That Mr. Norman's a pretty persuasive fellow, though. Already pretty late, huh? Whenever I get immersed in my work, time just goes by so quickly. And every day I grow a little bit older and wiser. Oh, I'm super sweaty right now. I just want to dive headfirst into the lake. Don't know why you're sweaty. Probably from all the sunbathing you've been doing. I think he's been there the entire day. Well, that looks like it's it for the harbour. So let's go ahead and speak to Niall. Now then, the time's come around, so I'm going to call it a day. The reporters are always here late. It must be hard. I always feel a little bad for leaving before them every day. The Imperial Ambassador and the Republic Ambassador, I've interviewed both of them. They're pretty weird if you ask me, they never talk about the important things. Especially Ambassador Cranor of the Empire, his comments were absolutely unprintable. Finally, sent it off to the press. Gonna get something delicious to eat at the cafe and regain some of my fighting spirit. Oh, Estelle. Hey Chief, it's been a while. What do you need today, Business with Niall? Yeah, got some questions on some guild business. Is he back from Ruan yet? Yep, he should be in the office. I think I saw him go up to the reference room. There he is. Hey, Niall, hello. Who in the heck? Well, what do you know? You guys, how you doing? Good day, Niall. Pardon our intrusion. Oh, it's that Bard guy and, Your Highness. Good day to you. Yeah. You even have Zin the Immovable of Calvert with you. You got kind of a gang going here, Estelle. A lot of stuff's happened since we met last. How'd your coverage of the election in Ruan go? Dang well, that's how. Got the article done thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of, what brings you by today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy Niall? Well, actually, we're the ones who'd like to know something. We heard the Labelle News received a threatening letter. You guys are investigating that thing? I figured the military would have been taking care of that one. We're working on requests from the military, actually. So, do you know anything? Well, I just got back to the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything. That's real helpful, Niall. Come now, you're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue as to who our villain is. Tch, I don't have time for this. That's a bit impolite, you two. Niall, I know this is a lot to ask. But please, if you know anything at all, share it with us, please. Whoa, hey, Your Highness, you don't need to lower your head to me. For crying... Fine. Okay, so this is off the record, but we ain't the only ones who got a letter. Not even close. Lyson Fortress got one, then the Cathedral, the Airship Company, the Hotel Rome Barn, and then both embassies, Gransel Castle, and the Herb Royal Villa all got one too. There were 9 letters in total. Huh? Something wrong? Niall? We heard that from the military already. What? Dang it! That was my big scoop for the day. Doesn't look like we're going to get much out of this. Yeah, time to move on, I think. Now you wait just 1 second, Missy. You keep talking like that, and Niall Burns, star reporter for Labelle News, is going to have a name worth a pile of crud. Alright. Let me let you in on one in my take on this whole mess. Well, okay. You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine, listen up. Here's the short of it. My gut tells me this is some kind of huge prank. The threats aren't real. We'd thought of that too. You sound awfully sure though. Mind telling us why you're so convinced? Okay, trick is, I've covered terrorist threats like this before, right? But with this, there's no reality to the threat. Threats only work and have power if they describe or at least imply something nasty that's gonna happen, see? These letters have exactly none of that. Mr. Burns does have a point. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of a specific terror. Exactly. I've got a hunch this isn't about stopping the signing ceremony at all. This is more about getting people worked up over a threat and then sitting back and watching the fireworks. I see. That's kind of a good point. There is some sense behind it. I am still bothered by the fact that so many letters were sent though, and each and every one was sent to a place involved with the ceremony. Yes, for a prank, whoever did this seems to know a lot about what's happening. That does seem kinda true, on the surface. Think about it though, all that info would be pretty easy to find with a little digging. Heck, I knew about those places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm going to be working this on the assumption that it isn't a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns about it being a real threat and we can compare notes later, eh? Yeah, good idea. Thanks, Niall. That actually helped a lot. Darn right it did. Just stop by if you want to swap stories. I'll be sitting around here until the pack's signed. Okay. Oh, speaking of sitting around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere. Ah, right, she's off working the Bose region. I sent her to snag some photos. What, for a special of some kind? Yeah, related to the Royal Army. You remember that old fort the Sky Bandits were using as a base, right? The one you guys busted? The army decided those rats had the right idea and have claimed and repurposed it as a training facility. They're running airship pilot training out of there now. Oh, okay, neat. So she went off to get coverage of the base then? That's the idea, yeah. I was a little worried about sending her out on her own, but gotta do it sometime. Dorothy out on her own, huh? Scary. Oh, wait, duh! Speaking of girls out on their own. Huh? What's up? Estelle explained the situation with Renee's parents. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Never heard of the guy. Pretty sure he's never been in our classifieds, or our wanted column either. Figures. But hey, this is part of the job, right? If you guys are totally stuck, I'll help you out. We can put them up in the classifieds if you want. I even have a few people in Crossbell I could poke. Thanks, Niall. You're way more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to upgrade my opinion of you. Heh, of course you do. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Was I not reliable before? Just kidding. Alright, let's get back to the guild house then. My gate should be back by now. Hopefully, yes. Thank you again, Niall. It was no big. Come by again anytime. Spent all day walking around, but I got a big load of nothing. I hope Dorothy managed to find something. Alrighty, I think that's pretty much it then, so let's head back to the guild house. Don't see anyone else that we can talk to. We're back! Yo, there you are. Sorry, I know we're a bit late. Hey, where's Taita and Renee? They returned just before you did. I believe they've enjoyed the spoils of a hard-fought shopping campaign on the second floor. Sounds like they had fun. Anyway, we've got a lot to report. Yes, please. I see. Not bad. Sounds like you guys learned a lot. I guess. We didn't get anything decisive though. Agate, did you find anything? Honestly, I got jack all. The hotel, the cathedral, the airship company. Nobody had a single friggin' clue of who could have sent the letters. The head guy at the airship company was sweating quarters that a demand for money might come in next. But at this point, not so much as another peep. Dang. Doesn't really narrow things down much. How likely do you think it is the society's behind all this? I don't think we can safely say that at this point. Their primary focus up till now has been experimenting with those bizarre gospel orbits that they possess. And we know the gospels can create phenomena otherwise unimaginable. Those devices certainly haven't shown an ability to create threatening letters from nowhere, however. Yeah, this doesn't really seem like it matches the Society's MO. Huh, I guess Ruan and Zeiss just have me on edge. No, it's perfectly understandable. Regardless, I think we can safely say we've done our part. I'll compile all your testimonies into a report. Could I ask you to deliver it to Colonel Sid at the Royal Villa tomorrow? Sure. We didn't find the sender in the end, so I feel kinda bad, but I guess it's all we can do. Oh, right, Agate, did you find anything out about Renee? I did actually. Wait, let me start over. I went to the hotel first. The kid and her folks stayed there for about 2 weeks. Same room the entire stay, typical tourist stuff. They just checked out this morning. Okay. Then I went to the cathedral. While they were there, the Hayworths came to worship a bunch of times. Thing is, the priest who attended them said they felt off when they did. Like they were distracted during prayer or something. That would match what Miss Hilda said. Yeah. And then at the airship company, that's where I found Zip. Wait, what? Harold, Sophia, and Renee Hayworth of Crossbell, right? There have been exactly 0 passengers by that name and nationality coming through here for at least half a year. No way, but that is a mystery. Though perhaps they travelled by land? She must have, or... Wait a minute. Wait a minute is the correct option here. Wait a minute. That can't be right. When we first met her, she was talking about landing in an airship. Right. At Letton. She said she saw a big lake on the way down. Troubling. It's possible they were travelling under assumed names. Assumed names? Why would they? They may have had something to hide, or they may have been hiding from someone. Either way, they must have known something was wrong before they set out. I've contacted every guild branch in the country about Renee's parents. For the moment, all we can do is wait for more information to come in. As for Renee herself, I think it would be best if she stayed in the care of the guild for now. Yeah, I'd feel terrible if she got wrapped up in something. Could you leave her with me, maybe? This mission kinda feels personal now. I was going to suggest that, actually. Thank you. The guild will pay for everyone's lodgings while you're in Gransel, naturally. That includes Renee, so don't worry. Thanks, Elnan. Oh, wait. Speaking of staying the night, we might not actually need that tonight, you see. Estelle told Agate about the invitation to stay at the castle. My, that's quite an invitation. Yeah, and I think I'll pass. The castle's a bit too rich for my blood. I'm not really keen on staying there. Besides, it'll be easier for Elnan to reach one of us at the hotel if something happens. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. We might hear something about Renee's parents. I guess I should stay at the hotel too then. Sorry, Chloe. No, don't worry. I'll explain the situation to Hilda. I'm sure she won't mind. Zin and I are to stay at our respective embassies. Princess shall retire to her castle naturally. So that means you two and the girls will be staying at the hotel, then. Parting on these terms would be dreadfully dull. Since we're all together this evening, shall we enjoy a nice dinner at the bar? Good idea. And you know, I'd actually like to hear you play the piano again, Olivia. It's been a while. Ah, sweet maiden, you know just how to pluck my heartstrings. Have you come to appreciate a mature flavour at last, I wonder? I'm gonna snap those heartstrings if you keep it up. Snapping or no, we should get going. With a group this large, it could be hard to find seating. Alright, let's gather up the kids and get on over to the bar. That evening, Estelle's group and Renee had dinner at the Sunnybell Inn. Olivier, as if it were second nature, took to the piano after a few drinks. Ultimately, even Mueller and Niall were called to come and join. And so passed a pleasant evening in Gransel. I love the soundtrack. Okay, let's split up here then. Chloe, be careful on your way home. It's not that far. I think I'll be fine in the capital. Huh? Miss Chloe, you live in Gransel? Yes I do. I'll be staying at my grandmother's house. Well, if you'll pardon me. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Good night, Chloe. Wow, that was one heck of a party. Olivia even dragged poor Mueller into it. Yeah, well, you called up that reporter too, you know. Well, I figured what the heck. Renee, did you have fun? Yeah, I did. The food was good and everyone was talking about neat stuff. The piano music was really pretty too. Yep, Olivia is really good at it. I was kind of surprised. Well, he's not at all hot air when he calls himself a travelling performer, I guess. Sure, you want to duck out already, Agate? Zin and the others are still having a lot of fun. Yeah, honestly, if I tried keeping up with Zin, I might not have a liver in the morning. Plus, I'm kinda beat from trolling the city all over today, so I'm just gonna pack it in. Fair enough. Let's get our hotel rooms then. Pardon, are you the Braces and Company we are expecting? Forgive me, but we are unable to secure a four-person room for you. Would you be willing to accept a pair of two-person rooms? Oh, sure. How do you want to split them up, Agate? I don't care too much. Set it up however you want. I want to be with Miss Estelle. You've been busy with work, so we haven't had any time to talk at all. No fair, Renee. I wanted to be with Estelle too. Then you should have said so sooner, Slowpoke. I know, what if all three of us stayed in the same room? We could share a bed. No, that's okay. I'll let you borrow Estelle for tonight, Renee. Thank you, Taita. I think I just got horse traded. And I'll be with you, kiddo. This reminds me of when we were hiding out with Gramps. Now that you mention it. Yeah, it does. Oh wow, this room isn't like the one I stayed in with Papa and Mama. There's a big building outside the window. Oh? So, Joshua and I have to share this room for a while. Miss Estelle, what's wrong? Nothing really. More importantly, I'm sorry, Renee. We couldn't find your Papa or Mama today. It's okay. Papa and Mama promised they'd come get me. You don't need to search so hard. But Papa and Mama are very good at hide and seek. Not as good as me, of course, but still good. So I don't think you'll find them very easily. Is that right? Well, I won't try so hard to find them, but only if you're okay with it. Yeah, it's okay. It's for the best. But never mind that right now. I have two big favors to ask of you. Oh? What's up? Ahaha! I can't tell you unless you promise to do them ahead of time. Yikes. Did your papa teach you to drive a bargain like that? Okay, sure. If it's something I can do, I promise I will. Really? Yay! The first thing is, can I call you Estelle from now on? Huh? Call me... Oh, you mean drop the whole Miss part? Yeah. Taita gets to call you Estelle all the time, so I don't want to have to call you Miss Estelle. Is that right? Alright, I don't mind. I never stood that much on formality anyway, and it's not like I'm your teacher or anything. So you really don't mind? Estelle... Oh, I love it. Glad you like it. Call me Estelle as much as you want, Renee. Okay, Estelle. That makes me happy. Aw, that's good. So what was the other thing, Renee? Oh yeah, well... Can you tell me why you were so surprised when we came in the room? You have this really sad, lonely look on your face. I want to know why. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. See, I've actually stayed in this very room before, with someone else. Stepping in here just reminded me of him. Really? Was it your lover? Was this your love nest? Not quite. He's someone I've known for a really long time and we've gotten very close, but, well, it's complicated. We're not together right now, though. Oh? Well, what kind of man is he, huh? What's his name? What does he look like? Yikes. Questions. His name is Joshua. He has black hair and amber eyes, and he's pretty handsome, I guess. Actually, you'd really call him more beautiful than handsome, really. Huh? Beautiful? Let's just say he made a great princess in a certain play. In fact, it looked amazing on him. Wow, that sounds fun. Can I meet him? When are you seeing him again, huh? I don't really know, actually. Oh, you don't know when you'll see him again, and that's why you look sad, right? Sort of, but I'm okay. I'm gonna find him and drag him back home, even if it takes years. But why did you seem so sad? Well, because I'm sure Joshua's off somewhere and way over his head, and I can't do anything to help him. That makes me sad, I guess. Sorry, Renee. This must be pretty boring since you don't know Joshua at all. No way. It's neat. Joshua was a really wonderful person, huh? Wonderful? Actually, right now, I think he's a bit of a jerk. I mean, talk about selfish ways of saying goodbye. Taking my first... First what? No, nothing at all. Okay, yep, I'm all tired. Time to go to sleep. Hey, no fur. I'm not going to sleep until I hear the whole thing. Boy, I messed that one up. After that, Estelle and Renee went to bed but remained awake for a little while talking about various things. Eventually, once she could hear nothing but Renee's slow, peaceful breathing, Estelle gave in to the exhaustion which had been piling up on her eyelids and fell into sleep herself. The Abandoned Mine. Is that the one near, I forgot the name of that little town. It's the town that the gate's from. Haha! Bingo! Bingo indeed. Looks like we found the trail. So they're using the Revenue Mine. Revenue Village, that was the one. Just what I'd expect of Richard's men. This is an excellent hiding place. This is where those sky bandits kept that ship they hijacked, right? That's right. Estelle and I fought the bandits in a large exposed central hollow area somewhat further ahead. Ah, nice. A big open space, huh? I bet our guys are in the same spot. So what do you think? Go in for the heroic charge now, or... Well, with no time to contact the army. But no heroics right away, Annalise. First we need to sneak in and see just how large a force they have. Come on. Right behind you. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh yeah, they've really made up camp in there. That's odd. This is where they've been hiding as we thought, but I don't see any trace of anyone. Yeah, we totally tracked them here. So where'd all those intelligence weirdos go? Did they notice us? I didn't think we... Well, let's have a look around anyway, huh? No good. This place is an empty shell. Do you see anything, Cheryl? I'm drawing a blank. They were here, but it's impossible to tell if they're just out or if they abandoned the space. I don't even see any clue as to where they might have gone. About that, I didn't find any mention of where they were going, but I did find this over in that tent. Really? Mind if I take a look? What does it say, Ogreville? These are blueprints of some sort. Looks like it's for something named Orgwelly? Unless I'm totally illiterate, these are plans for a vehicle of some sort. Ooh, Orgwell. Let's go with Orgwell. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds cool. What is it, some kind of airship? Well, I'm not exactly an engineer, but I don't think so. Those look like... What's wrong? There's a note in between the pages. I've sent out the invitations. I've got the table and chairs ready. Everything's ready for the tea party. Now all I need is to bake some crumpets and wait for the guests to arrive. Aw, a tea party. That's really cute. It's like something out of a storybook. Yes, which must mean it's a cipher of some sort. What do they mean by tea party, I wonder? Watch out. Huh? No way! How'd they sneak upon us? Goodness, that was a fair bit of sneaking, friends. I take it that's another trick our good friend Lawrence taught you. Shara? I know, something here isn't right. Alright, we'll feint to one side, break one corner of the triangle and clean up the rest. Can you do it? Just say when. Alright. Go, go! Right! Oh my, do I have to actually do this fight? I guess I do. Alright, let's see what we've got access to then. Okay, fallen leaves. Delays attacks, petal dance. Seemed to have been a good idea. What she got access to. She can hit them all as well. Okay, that was a pretty easy fight actually. That was... we may have defeated them, but something's terribly wrong here. You think they were on drugs or something? I remember hearing they used something like that to control some thugs in Ruan, I think? Yes, that was one of the cases Estelle solved. This wasn't like what she described. This was like trying to whip a tree. Haha! What great fun! You two aren't half bad, are you? What a treat. You. I am Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. I am but one hand of the Society of Ouroboros. Oro... finally decided to step out of the shadows, have we? What exactly are you plotting here, boy? Where have the former intelligence men gone? Answer me. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm a lot more than an observer this time. You're asking the wrong person if you want details about the plan. In fact, I barely know them myself. An observer? Anyway, if you want to attend that tea party, you'd better hurry. I'm not quite sure where it's being held, but it isn't here. Or shall we share some coffee instead and enjoy the dawn together? Kid? You look pretty young. Are you really part of the society? I don't mean to be insulting or anything, but you might want to get away from them. They're bad people. You're very kind, miss. Okay, is there supposed to be like a character there? Because there definitely isn't. But you know, it's okay to laugh at a fool. That's what he's there for. Quit worrying about the fool. Now that's quite rude. Huh? Yeah, I think his character's supposed to be there. It's invisible for whatever reason. What? How? But they were unconscious. Ah, you races really are naive. If you really want to defeat someone, you have to break them into pieces, like so. What the heck? Ah! What have you... that's... How could you? Did I surprise you? It's so easy to break even a well-made toy, isn't it? But I'm afraid that's the end of the Fool's show for tonight. Farewell. Hopefully I can give you an encore someday. Wait, get back. Shara, I know, honey. At least it was a quick death. I hope they didn't feel anything. We still can't simply leave them like this, though. It'd be barbaric, even more so than what just happened. Annalise, try to find some sheets, alright? I'll handle the rest. Right. What? What on, Shara? I think this arm is fake, but that... Gears, springs, and what looks like quartz fragments. I can hardly believe it, but these are... archaisms, orbital machines capable of independent action. Well, at least we can actually see this guy. What? Father Kevin, what are you doing here? She remembers me. There's hope for my love life yet. Ah, but since that little lady over there doesn't know me, I'm Kevin Graham of the Septium Church. Anyway, you're Sherazade Harvey, if I remember right, and with you is Annalise Elfbeed, yeah? I don't suppose you'd be up for swapping some stories, would you? West Bowes Highway. Wow. Kyle, you're up. Here I come. Gisette. Okay. Joshua. Huh. Impressive as always, Joshua. You three were impressive too. We defeated them in a single sweep thanks to your combo attack. Cut it out. Flattery will get you nowhere. This is like the 10th group, isn't it? How many more do we need to hunt down? This should be enough. The Royal Army should move soon, so it would probably be best for us to disappear. Right then. Still, just what is the Society trying to do? Why use these dolls dressed up as Richard's goons? That's the real question, though. Where are the rest of the intelligence men? They've probably gone to the tea party in that note. The dolls are likely to distract the army from that and make them think Richard's men are still active here. Makes sense, I guess. Wish we knew what the heck the tea party was. Well, we don't have that much of a reason to help, but... Sure you don't want to crash that tea party? The Braces should be investigating that camp by now. We can leave it to the army and the guild. Yeah, we left them the note and plans. That'll be more than enough. And we're taking care of all these frickin' puppet things while the guild's busy. We can just leave the rest to that head and her group, right? Sorry. Didn't mean to pick at an old wound or anything. No, you didn't. They have nothing to do with me anymore. Once the tea party begins, the army will be focused on that. We can move once that happens. Right then. Time to get busy. The next day, Estelle went to the Herb Royal Villa to give Sid the report on the letters. What is Taito and Rene playing? I see. This report is very thorough. Thank you very much. You investigated this quite well. I guess. I'm still kind of miffed we couldn't find out who sent the letters, to be honest. This is more than enough information for an initial investigation. I doubted we'd uncover the party responsible for the threats at this stage anyway. If anything, this gave me exactly what I needed, information to consider what we might need to defend against. Good to hear. So what's been happening with you army guys since then? We finished our initial deployment yesterday. We will be using the villa as a patrol headquarters until the signing ceremony is concluded. So that's why there were so many soldiers out and about, and I'm guessing that's why why there were like no monsters on the road over here. We conducted an extensive monster hunting sweep this morning. We'll be performing them periodically until the ceremony ends. Too bad you can't do that more often. Well, you have something of a point. Speaking of civilian concerns, about that girl's parents, the ones you mentioned yesterday? I haven't heard any reports that they've gone through any of the regional gateposts. Nuts. Nothing to do but wait, I guess. I'll let the guild know the instant we hear anything. For the moment, we've done fine work with this investigation. I'll have your payment wired to the guild ASAP. Thanks, Colonel Sid. But, what should we do now? You want us to help out with the patrols in the capital once we get back? Well, if you plan on staying in Gransel, I wouldn't turn away the help. I do know you're very busy with other matters, however. I won't insist on you staying. Well, we still have Rene's situation to deal with, so we'll talk to Elnan about it all when we get back. Sounds like a plan. Sir, excuse me, sir. Belk, what's wrong? Don't worry, these people can be trusted. Very well, sir. We've received a phone transmission from headquarters at Leiston, sir. Remnants of the intelligence division have been sighted in the Bose region. What? No way. Details, man. Explain. They were first sighted by some bracers. I'm afraid we don't have all the details on their confrontation yet. However, General Bright has ordered all army stations to stand by at level 2 alert. I see. Thank you, Mr. Belk. I suspect we're going to be busy fairly soon. Yeah, no kidding. Estelle, back to the guild on the double. Right. Colonel Sid, good luck with your patrols and stuff. Stay safe, friends. Alrighty, and that is where we are going to call our episode for today, but things are really starting to heat up, it seems. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out. Feel free to leave a comment if there's anything you want to say about the video, and head on over to my Twitter so you can stay up to date with any news for the channel. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.